Hey, you tourists, it's your boy Domination. This is back in the basics. You're gonna do something. Takes baby matter does back. You know this it is. Real man Rasta, fake man Rasta, real Rasta, fake Rasta, right to right preacher, preach on. And welcome to the Back in Basic broadcast, Back in the Basic. And today's topic, we're gonna talk about the previous episode of unsung. Even though are already posting new episode, but we're talking about the previous episodes that I did not do for the channel. But these are previous episodes. And today we're gonna talk about the barcades, whatever the band they call it, the barcades. The barcades. Let's talk about them. If y'all don't know, I'll let you in on it after I talk about this barcade. Y'all might know a famous person that his parent in this band. I'm gonna tell you a few minutes. The barcades are a American soul, R&B, and funk group formed in 1966. I mean, the group have dozens of chart singles from the 1960s to the 1980s, including Soul Finger, U.S. Billboard Hot 100 number 17, R&B number R&B number 3, excuse me, in 1967, The Son of Shaft, R&B number 10 in 1972, and Boogie Bodyland, R&B number 7 in 1980. They from Memphis, Tennessee, origin Memphis, Tennessee. The genre is R&B, soul, and funk. And in the years after of 1966, that's how they got started. And 1989 to 1991 present. Labels Stack, Mercury, Rambo, and Island Records. Association Otis Redding, rest in peace, and Albert King. In association with James Alexander. If y'all don't know who James Alexander, that's Jazzy Faye's dad. He's in the band. And Larry Davison and William Hall. And there's a lot of more. There's so many bands in this group and past members. Okay, Black Rock years. The Barcades began in Memphis, Tennessee as a studio session group. Back a major artist at Stack Records in 1967. They are chosen by Otis Redding to play as his back band and are rededicated for that role by Al Jackson Jr. and Booker T Johnson, Booker T Jones, and other members of Booker T and the MGS. Their first single, Soul Finger, was issued on April 14, 1967, reaching the number 3 on the U.S. Billboard R&B single charts and the number 17 on the Billboard Hot 100. December the 10th, 1967, Reddings and 4 members of the band. Jimmy King, born June the 8th, 1949. The guitar, Ridley and Arthur, born December 27, 1948. Chorus origin, electric origin, and Lester Johnson, born 1948, accident of a phone, and Carl Cunningham, born 1948, the drum, and their partner Matthew Kelly died when the airplane crashed into a lake. I'm gonna tell her, yeah, it was an incident. That's when Otis Redding died, and few of the members that they passed away, few, and Otis Redding. It was sad about this. Some say there was conspiracy theory behind it why Otis Redding and some of them died because they was about to control their own masters and they didn't want that. They would say it was executives had something to do with their death behind some mob ties of hit or something like that because they didn't want to distribute it on their own. They want to distribute for them. I'm telling you, there's a lot of stuff in the music industry that people don't know about. So be aware before you get in the industry, especially by going solo by yourself instead of being on this wicked industry that this is. It's sad. It's not worth it. Near on Mathewson and West Kansas, while tempted to the land at the Turtlehead Field, Reddit and the band are scheduled to play their next concert in Madison, and Turtlehead Ben Cosley was the only survivor of the crash. Bass James Alexander was on another plane as the plane flew red hold only several passengers, and Cosley and Alexander rebuilt the group. Yet they have to restart over. It reminds me of Leonard Skinner band, how that would happen. And it was sad about the Leonard Skinner band because it was falling into crash, and they lost a few of their members, even their lead singer Ronnie or whatever his name is, until his big brother had to be in there. No, his little brother. His big brother, he lost his big brother until he had to fill his big brother's shoes. It was sad. And then they had an album called Survivors with the fire flame up. One of the members, I think one of the girls screamed and scared because it reminded an event that happened, and I couldn't blame them, so they had to remove it because it looked like a sacrifice, if you ask me, of what happened with the Skinner. It show you how wicked this industry really is, and it's got to stop. It really is, because otherwise people ain't gonna want to get in this industry because it might happen to them. If it can happen to anybody, it can happen to anyone, accident or not. Who knows? The cause it. To reaffirm the band and consider of Catalyst and Alexander, Harvey Harnison at saxophone, Michael Tuttlesworth guitar, and Redington Constant and organ of William Hall, the drummer, and later Larry Dawson, a former of Follow Stats act at a stack act, the Turtlehead of the leading vocals. The group back of dozens of major Stax artists on recordings, including Otis Redding, including Isaac Hayes. I mean, not Otis Redding, Isaac Hayes, including Isaac Hayes on his album Hot Butter Soul. And Cosley left the group in 1971. Lee Alexander and Dennison, the vocals, Vive, Barry Walker's of guitar, and Willison Stewart, keyboard, Henderson, the technical and text and flute, Charles Scoops and Alex trumpet, and Alvin Hunter, the drummer, to create the album Black Rock. Lloyd Smith joined in 1973, and the band changed the musical direction during the 1970s. Forget a successful career in funk music, with the Stax and Stax and label fold in 1975. The group signed with Mercury Records. Funk years. In 1976, Dudley the vocals and Alex the bass, Lloyd Smith guitar, and Alan trumpet, and Hudson acid and phone, Frank Thomason the trumpet and bone, Stewart the keyboard, and Mike Bertolli the drums, bringing their "Shake Your Rump to the Funk" track into the R&B top 5 in the charts in the Trump 1977. The group came out with the Fly High on Your Love, a album that featured Shut the Funk Up, a near perfect disco song, and punches by the funky horns and trebles above of Charlie, Scoop, Allen, Harvey, Joe, and Everson, and Frank, Captain Disaster Templeton, and dominated by the vocalist Larry Deason, called to get on the up or just shut the funk up. The group peeping at the funk band from late 70s to late 80s. They released funk single much as "Moving Your Boogie Body" 1979, "Hit and Run" 1981, "Freak Show on the Dance Floor" 1984, Satisfaction True" 1987, Struck by You" 1989. In 1983, Sherman Guy left the group, and Larry L. J. Johnson take his place on the vocals and discuss. Charles Allen left the group just before it took a more successful, more commercial direction. The Barcades continued to have hits on R&B charts well into the 1980s. Guitarist Marcus Price, a member of the group, was murdered. Yeah, after leaving a rehearsal in 1984. The crime had never been solved by the Memphis police. Yeah, one of their members was being murdered. They don't tell who did it. The group taken a total a break in the late 1980s, but regroup in 1991, with Alexander once again being the only original member since 1991. Larry Dillon Archie Love and Brian Smith, Thompson, Tony Giulis has been added to the group. Alexander's son is the award-winning rapper and record producer Totally Jazzy Faye Alexander. Yep, named after Totally Jones, who died in the 1967 plane crash, and named after one of the band members. It's kind of sweet, but it's also kind of wonderful, man. Never forget one of his members. In 2013, the group was conducted into Memphis Music Hall of Fame. On June the 6th, 2015, the Barcades are inducted into the official Rhythm and Blues Music Hall of Fame in Congress of Mississippi. Charlie Ben and Carsley died in Memphis on September 21, 2015, at the age of 67. The popular culture. The Barcades appears in the 1973 film documentary Watch a Stacks. Freak Show on the Dance Floor was featured in the first breaking dance scene in the 1984 movie Break. Yep, it was. In 1985 movie Spies Like Us started Danny Elroy and Chevy Chasing. The Barcades' hit Soul Finger was played by the group of a Sicilian phone ICBM platform on Patron in the Tesla SSR, their songs, Too Hot to Stop, and Soul Finger are featured in the 2007 comedy film Superbad. Yep. Soul Finger is also featured in the 2012 remake of Sparkle. The Sugar Hill Gang 1979 single Rapper's Delight proudly of multiple preferred to the arcades. Yep. And here's their albums. In 1976, Soulfinger, 1969, 1967, and 1967 Soulfinger, and 1969 Gotta Groove, 1971 Black Rock, 1972 Do You See What I See, 1974 Cold Blooded, 1976 Too Hot to Stop, 1977 Fly High on Your Love, and 1978 Money Talks, 1978 Light Up the Life, 1979 Enjoyed, 1980 As One, and 1980 81 Night Cruise, 1982 Proposition, 1984 Dangerous, 1985 Banging the Wall, 1987 Contiguous, and 1989 Animal, and 1994 After Hours, and 2003 The Real Thing, 2007 House Party, and 2012 Grown Folks. So they was in the Volt Records and Mercury and Stax and Visual Music and Juggling Music and IM Records and stuff of records and Right Now Records to go independent. So, and these are six singles: Soul Finger, Knucklehead, 1967, Giving Everybody Some, 1972, Son of Shaft, 1976, Shake Your Rump to the Funk, 1977, Too Hot to Stop, Spellbound, 1978, Let's Have Some Fun, Attitude, Holy Ghost, I Dance, Are You Being Real or Shine, Move Your Boogie Body, Today is the Day, 1979, 1980, Body Fever, Hit and Run, Funky Behavior, 1982, Do It, Let Me See What You Shake, 1983, She Talks to Me with Her Body, 1984, Freak Show on the Dance Floor, 1984, Sex-O-Matic, Dirty Dancing, 1985, Your Place or Mine, Banging the Wall, 1987, Certified True, Don't Hang Up, 1989, Struck by You, Animal, and 1994, Max Mix, 1995, The Slide. They had great hits, man. But here's the thing, man. It's sad that a tragic that took the lives of these well-talented, well-admitted brothers. And shout out to Jazzy Faye's dad that named one of the members that they lost, man. And it's wonderful. So I hope their music will live on for many years and many generations to come. And I hope you enjoyed it when reviewed this episode. So I think my mother heard of the Barcades. My mother listened. She grew up with them. I think she heard of the Barcades. She'll listen to some of their music though, but she grew up in that time, and my father too. I don't know much about it until I know about Jazzy Faye's dad. So I hope you enjoyed the review of this unsung episode, and I'm seeing y'all again until we do another next time. So that's all I can say about that. See y'all another Sunday, okay? And that's all we got to say about that. It's your boy Domination. This is Back of the Basics. Show you to do so. Text, baby. Until next time. All right. All right. Peace. I'm out. All right. Peace.